Oh, hello. I'm Daniel Arnold. I just woke up. I have heartburn, and I'm dressed for the job that I expect to one day have. This is my good friend Jerry Sue, and my other good friend Pia Guilmoth, but it's okay to say Guilmoth.
True.
We are
Yeah.
here at Dashwood Books. These two are both, at the moment, sleeping on my floor. I mean, not at this moment, but at night. And we have come to talk about my most recent book, You Are What You Do. I thought it would be nice to do it in a room where I'm the worst photographer. So here we go.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hi. So, yeah, we're here to talk about Daniel's new awesome, amazing, beautiful book. And Pia's kind of a surprise guest. We just thought we'd make this way better with Pia.
Well, I don't know about that, but
We'll find out.
we'll see.
Yeah. I actually just met Pia, 3 days ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were internet friends until a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's
It's a lie. We all met at summer camp.
Should we talk about how we all met for the first time?
Let's do it.
Okay. Daniel, how did we meet?
I met Jerry, I think in LA. It's been long enough and we're old enough and have abused ourselves badly enough that we're not sure. But I have a picture of Jerry. I have a panorama picture that I took on some like replacement camera because my camera broke while I was in LA. A panorama pic, printed, I think,
Panorama pictures.
of Jerry with Tim Barber. That guy Reza. He doesn't know me, but Reza, and I think Kat. So I assume that we met around Jumbo's Clown Room, maybe in 2013ish, when we were both in the M&B show. Were you in that show?
Yeah, I was in that show, but I have like zero memory of you
I mean, I
or
don't.
your work or
I don't
anything.
demand. I don't ask for much. I blend in. I'm wallpaper.
And then how did you two meet?
I was at the airport in Bozeman, Montana, and a new shipment of Chico Portfolio reviewers had arrived by plane, and the coordinator gave me the list of names who had just come, and I said, "Give me Pia," because I had a car. So Kay, my domestic partner, lover, and I took Pia in the back of the car and said,
You saved
"You're
my life."
ours." And we kept her for the whole weekend, and she is still with us now.
Adopted now,
Yeah,
actually.
our child.
My parents.
Yes.
They say
Yeah.
they say I love you a lot.
Yeah. We hug. We say we love each other.
They've changed me.
You've changed me. Big time.
Well, we're gonna talk about this stuff.
Whatever you want, yeah. Let's talk
Okay.
about pictures of photography.
Let's do it.
This for a second.
Yum.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about this image first. The garbage truck.
The garbage
The
truck.
garbage truck is my favorite. Dan actually made a print of this for me.
A 6-footer.
Yeah, big.
Whoa,
And he-
6 feet.
and he
Oh my
mailed
God.
it to me for free. That's why. That's
He
how.
paid a fortune.
That's how cool he is. This image is obviously so incredible. But what's funny about this image is when I first saw it, I texted Daniel and I was like, "Wow, the light is so incredible in this one." And his response was like, "Yeah, I kind of just started thinking about light," and I was like, "What?"
Yeah, I mean, because I didn't mean to be a photographer, so I didn't like learn anything until it just came up. So there was a very long period where I had a Contax G2, and on bad or misunderstood advice from a friend, I just kept it on manual focus infinity f11 with the flash on all day long. And because I was looking at like little phone pictures, I didn't notice that everything was back focused. So I started from this very crude caveman place. And little by little, by the gift and virtue of dissatisfaction, I drifted into, more and more kind of sophisticated, not pictures necessarily, but the relationship with the camera. I really do have such heartburn. Yeah, and I guess, I was like years into using the Leica, and little by little, I would just sort of have these to most people with any training, very obvious ideas. Like I remember being in Liberia on a rooftop, and the sun was setting over these people who were doing this dance performance, and the sky was full of bats. And I was just like, I wonder what would happen if I set the light for the sky and then focused on the people. Crossed my fingers. I happened to have a broken camera at the time, and it got a light leak, and it was just like this totally different kind of picture than I had ever taken before. And so little by little, I don't know, I guess it's like in the way that I have made my life this obsessed game that I always play, it's very nice that I've come from such ignorance, because there's always like a new level to figure out. It's as simple as like, oh yeah, I should think about the light. I don't have to just think about what's going on in a scene or like how people are positioned. Like the light does its own thing. I don't know, like that's so obvious. And I took a photo class in college, like a darkroom photo class. I think I got a D, because the assignments were like, look at light. And I was like, look at light? How? And it took me until like, 7 years of being a professional photographer to be like, oh yeah, light. It's amazing.
Do you ever return to stuff at a different time of day? Something that's like, or like a scene you like want it to be look better? Because I do that sometimes.
Rarely. I do have one spot. It's very arbitrary. It's a spot on the edge of Central Park where I spotted, there's just like the way the branches line up, there's a hoop. It's like centered between trees, and it's over the duck pond. And so every time I'm around Central Park, I go and take a picture of that. So I have it in all the seasons and all the different lights. And other than that, I'm not really that intentional about location. Like I have little bookmarks, but I don't think like, oh, I got to see what this looks like in a few hours.
I've seen you work before, and I feel like you're very like when you know that you're made aware of by someone, or that someone like is seeing you like with a camera. I feel like you get pretty like shy, and maybe you like pull back a little bit. But do you ever just like go up to people and stage them, pose them, or like?
I don't stage and pose, and not out of any kind of like discipline or ethics. I just like don't know how to tell people to be. Don't tell the people who hire me. But I don't. It's like what I do is find things as they are and kind of admire their natural existing thing. And so, I mean, it's my job a lot of the time to tell people how to be. And the only thing I can think to do is create enough sort of like semi-awkward fun chaos that they forget that there even could be an instruction, and then something natural does end up happening. And I go home and I'm like, oh, I definitely failed. That was definitely really bad. And then, I get the film back, and the first round of looking at it, I'm like, oh yeah, I should get a different job. And then a week goes by and I'm like, wait, there's good. These pictures are actually, I think, really good.
That's a hilarious contradiction, your like personal stuff and your commercial stuff. It's like you have to like create like a whole feeling for the commercial shoot, but in the streets you're just like, I can't interfere with anything.
Yeah. Which again is not a calculation. It's just like I wouldn't know what to tell people to do if I had to.
But it's
I don't
so
like telling
crazy
people what to
because
do.
like in the photograph with the flowers, it's like that photo is like compositionally so, so many of these, almost all of them are so like perfect. Like everything in the frame is like, seems like it's like you have like picked it up and put it there. Yeah, like it's like an incredible photograph.
Well,
and it looks like,
and nobody wants to hear it,
what's
and
amazing
people will
about it.
see video of me working and say that I'm lying, but the truth is so much of this happens like at my belly.
Yeah.
Like the composition
believe
is just
it.
sort of, I have a sense of what the camera does, and I have a sense of, sometimes I don't even look at what's going on. It's just like, I know something's over there. I know there's like heat, and I'll just, for the sake of not interrupting, sometimes I'll just point the camera. And obviously there's a lot of heartbreak. And I also don't go around taking 1 million pictures a day. Like at this point I struggle to shoot 36. And I really want to, because I'm such a junkie. If I don't have another role to look at, I start to be like, well, why am I alive?
You didn't look through the lens for this?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
It is crazy
I mean, because
you can do that.
he would have been like right at your hip, probably, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because that's at his eye level. And I wasn't like,
That's so. That's insane.
That's insane.
It's genius.
mm.
Wait, there's this photo that you wanted to ask about. Where is it? Oh yeah, this one.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Uh-oh.
I just love that photograph, but I think jokingly I was like, did Daniel put the fog there?
Oh, how did I
And
get the fog there?
Yeah, how did you
Right.
get the fog there? Did you
Yeah,
ship
how did
that
you
in
talk
or?
to the fog? How did you?
Yeah.
You guys
how
can't
did
talk to fog?
How
Did
did you
you-
convince this fog?
How
Pia,
many
at
nights
least
did you wait
surely
there?
can talk to fog.
Yeah, I want to know
Pia,
how many
who
nights
has a
you
photo
waited
of
there.
herself, like, sitting among deer, feeding them apples by hand. How did you command the fog? You know, I think that it's actually an interesting one to call out for the book because I think the Sarah of Loose Joints, who had like kind of the reins of the edit. I did a lot of haggling, but I think she was really fixated on this idea that I put in her head that, you know, I'd had a lot of really disruptive family tragedy and life changes, and that my work was, you know, felt to me like it was reflecting it. Like something more quiet was happening, something more contemplative, something. And maybe that's a good one to throw in there because that's a COVID picture. And during COVID combined with the cops killing George Floyd and the uproar in New York. First of all, I got really alienated from Instagram because it felt really gross to like draw attention to myself in any kind of way to show my special work. You know, like, oh, look at this picture I got of people protesting. Think about me. It felt so bad to me that I completely cut myself off from it and kind of never found my way back. And the result of that pretty quickly was, I think, work drifted into this sort of religious feeling space where there was no audience, there was no incentive, there was no reward. I mean, same word, but different. It was just like, this is my ritual, this is my prayer, almost. And that coincided with a very empty, very quiet city where I had once been sort of a observer of chaos. And you know, I've always had an appetite. I mean, that's a very old picture.
That one's amazing.
The train coming in the snow. Like, I always took those pictures, but I didn't really know if or how they fit in with the other ones. And you know, I don't think anybody wants me to elaborate this much, but this book, it took me a minute to understand, but there's a lot of older work in here, and some of it has been seen a million other places, and I strongly objected to it being included in the book at first. And then at some point I started to think about the person who took those pictures, you know, who was me, obviously, but me even 6-7 years ago just had no idea what the world was. Like, 2019 me, 39-year-old Daniel Arnold, had no clue what his life was. And so to reprocess that work that had a particular life in like the momentum, the rising action of this young guy who had no clue what he was doing or what world he was in, to reprocess it through this lens of sort of experience and damage and grief and, I don't know, with this sort of new perspective on how small and insignificant it is. And, you know, I've had my back patted a lot. People tell me this means so much. I'm like, I have a very strong, untouchable understanding of how little this means. And so to reprocess the work through that lens, that filter, it gave a lot of old work new meaning. And it made a place for pictures that, you know, I think otherwise felt sort of like misfits.
Yeah, they're like, I like the quiet photos that made it into the edit because it really breaks it up in a really, really beautiful way. Like the water here, and then the subway shot, the newspaper, like because there's like so much action. It's so nice to like when it's like really quiet.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, the job is kind of like making the whole world. And that's such a big part of it, is being alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, this newspaper one. I try to do this all the time. It never works. There's this.
I'm always trying to get pigeons like that, and
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
I've gone to jail over it.
Oh yeah. Oh man,
Have you?
the jail story.
Talk about jail.
Nah.
Yeah, the jail.
Okay.
Oh wait,
Google
wait,
it.
Wait, let's. Wait. Oh, this is. So the title of the book is in this photo.
Oh yeah.
You are what you do. Yeah. So talk about that.
That was just one of those scenes that you walk up to and like everything is, it's just a miracle. Like a bunch of really sort of
Yeah.
locked in, carefree Hasidic kids playing hide and go seek around this like monolith in red that has a yellow chalk inscription of "You are what you do," and all of them in their various roles. Like one kid is hiding, one kid is skipping by, one kid is, you know, like a little demon searching. Not a demon. Sorry. I'm overplaying it for the sake of illustrating the point, but I guess in the struggle to name this book, naming things is so hard. There were a lot of bad ideas, and when we landed on that, it just completely changed the book for me, because I never thought about that photo as sort of like an organizing principle, but it is so connected to my relationship with working. It's a nice sort of like open-ended philosophical thing. I pushed gently for the book to be called "You Do What You Are," so that when you got to that, it would flip it on you and you'd be like, "Oh, what does he mean?" But they wanted to be more direct, because I also don't know what's true. I mean, I think both are probably true. You are what you do what you are. Maybe it means the same thing ultimately. But yeah, it's just like sometimes the world just serves itself to you in such a beautiful, poetic way. In moments like that, I feel.
More than people realize.
I know. Well, once you tune into that frequency, you can kind of go crazy.
Yeah.
Be like, what are you saying to me, world? What's this one?
Sometimes when you like put all these things together, like people are like, "How? How did you do?" And it's just like, well, it's like kind of like everywhere, all the time.
Yeah.
Um,
Hollywood closed, BTW. I'm still laughing about it.
Hollywood closed. Yeah.
Jerry's picture is
Oh, yeah.
a very funny one.
I wanted to talk about this one because I was. Oh, sorry, this one.
Oh yeah.
Because I was on the subway with you yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
It's like so fun to be around you, like in the subway, and you're just like snapping away, and I was just like not looking, snapping, and I was just like, what? And sometimes I'm afraid to ask photographers this kind of stuff, but I'm just like, what are you shooting at? Like, what is going? Are you shooting at a high speed? What f-stop are you know? Like just like the nerdy questions, because I was like, how could you possibly be getting anything right now? And it was kind of funny what you said. You were just like,
yeah, I mean, I'm probably not.
yeah.
Usually, I do. I mean, but I always say the subway's the best room in town, and I mean it. And I used to. I mean, I kind of came into this world taking subway pictures on my phone, which is much easier and
So much easier.
like in a way more fun because of like higher yield of good results. But doing it on the camera, I don't know. I mean, I have to be at like a very unreasonably slow shutter. I have to be completely wide open, and so I have to absolutely nail it. But also the sort of like the politics of the subway do not ever allow me to pick up the camera and focus it, my manual focus camera. And so it's just like, I don't know, kind of like a baseline microcosm of the whole game. It's like I just have to completely let go of any attachment to results and any expectations, and just try to have fun. I mean, I look at every subway and it's like, it looks like a buffet table. And I think that doesn't flatter me to say it that way, but I mean it in a nice way. It's just such a beautiful room, and the way that people behave on the subway is so weirdly unguarded. Like I think
Especially
people
here.
dissociate so hard that they forget that they're in public.
Yeah, New York is different like that. It's pretty awesome. And it's cool that you gamify it, I think, in your mind, because I think that kind of relaxes you.
Yeah,
Like you're not really trying, I think, is like counterproductive sometimes.
definitely.
I'm so insecure on the subway. Like coming from
Of
the
guys
country.
like him?
Yeah, like creeps like you. Like coming from the country where I am never on a subway. I am always whenever I'm on a subway, I feel like there are people taking photographs. Like I feel
Yeah.
surveilled and
You
like
are surveilled.
yeah. But it's like it's crazy. I can't relax on a subway at
Yeah.
all. I'm waiting for
Yeah, and I
Daniel
think
Arnold.
that is the sort of New Yorker experience, is that you drift into this place where you kind of don't exist on the subway. I mean, people are on guard, I guess. You know, there's all these stories. It makes sense as an outsider because I think that there's this media idea that the subway is like more dangerous than ever and people shouldn't be going on it. And it's like the subway is like your living room. I mean, obviously there's people that you wouldn't sometimes ask into your living room, or maybe you wouldn't. I think I would, but yeah, people are so sort of dissociated. And you know, it sounds sociopathic the way we're talking about it, that it's just like a game and a buffet. The truth is, it's like it starts from this like overwhelming love of humanity, of people, of like just seeing people do their people thing without this sort of pollution of imagining an audience, and being able to catch them sometimes in focus, sometimes in an interesting moment. I don't know. At this point, like, what am I, 13 years into constantly doing this thing? I'm very disconnected from results, and I know that the only thing that really interests me is what does this look like a year from now when I've pulled out all the fuck ups and narrow it down to like just when it worked, and see like what was I doing, see this like sort of picture of myself in the results of what I saw in other people.
Like your work is like telling you about your life almost, rather than
Yeah,
you are trying
which
to tell a story about your life. Kind of.
totally, and I'm not trying to actually, like, I'm not setting out to find out about myself exactly. I think more than anything, I'm like bothering to be engaged in the world, like notice my life going by, because it happens very fast, and someday I have to be dead, and so it feels,
No.
especially like
Don't do
in
it.
competition with the phone, which, you know, you've seen has quite a hold over me. It's like this rebellion against this culture of distraction, that like, no, I'm going to bother to see every person, and in my little weird way kind of adore them, and think about them, and know myself more as a person because I have watched them do their life.
Well,
Damn.
I think that's it.
I think that was good too.
Good job, Daniel.
I love you.
Good job, Pia.
Good job.
I'll pick it back up.
Good job, my friends.
Happy birthday. Bye.
Miwa, let's talk about your favorite photo book this month.
Yes, I love this Comme des Garçons book from the 80s. It's got a lot of famous photographers' work from Europe and the US, and then I feel so proud to be Japanese. What do you think about this book, Anne?
Yeah, I really like your selection. I think it's such a time capsule of fashion and fashion editorial from the 80s, and it's a really rare and special book.
Yeah, so hope that you enjoy our episode, and see you next time. Bye.